Hello and welcome to an emergency convening of the New York Sofa and one sofa husband to fully introduce. This is my husband. His name is Emmanuel, and he is, as of today, possibly always has been a huge Swiftie.
And a huge fan of the Sofa-Lights podcast. Longtime listener, first time
Yay.
guest. Honored, and this is awesome. Thank you so much for having me
Good.
on, especially on a momentous day like
Thanks.
We're
this.
so pleased to have you,
Yeah.
and we're so
Thank
pleased
you.
to have a male opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an ally. I'm a supporter. Who doesn't like Taylor Swift right now?
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I think
some
Is she
people
the
don't.
one person the president's not talking about?
No, he hates Taylor Swift. He's here. Yeah. He's already made that
But
clear.
even he knows to back off.
I think
Yeah.
that yeah, her powers have exceeded his own, and he doesn't want to talk about it.
So, Life of a Showgirl came out today. That's why we were having an emergency uh, session for recording reactions. It's October 3rd. I don't know if we caught this earlier, but October 3rd is a Girls Day because she asks Aaron what day it is, and he says October
No,
3rd.
Aaron asks her
Oh, sorry, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're totally right. Okay.
on October 3rd. He asked me what day it was. She said it was October 3rd. A date that
So,
already was living in infamy and
yeah,
now will continue under a different flag, and that flag is Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl.
yeah, yeah. Taylor Swift has taken over. Yeah. So, tell
What
me
did you
your
guys think?
thoughts. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts because I did the totally back ass thing and read about it and did not listen to it. So, don't ask me why I did this. I know. I don't know. I don't know. So, please,
Was
yeah,
it
tell me your
on
thoughts.
purpose?
What was your favorite track
I
to read about?
So I do have an answer to that. There's one, I think it's called something romantic, some
Oh, actually romantic?
actually romantic, and apparently that might be about Charlie XCX, maybe.
Yep.
So
I have heard that.
yeah, so that's what I heard about. The beef was one thing
I
I
guess I
heard.
didn't realize that there was beef there.
I don't think
Isn't
there
that
was.
like every Taylor Swift album, though? It's like, I didn't realize. Oh my gosh. And then there's an entire
Yeah,
story laid out.
No, I think we're hyper
yeah,
aware of most of the beef. This one got by me. I don't know how that happened. I, like
yeah.
everyone else in the world, had a brat summer last summer and I was unaware of the beef. So,
So I
That's
guess there was maybe some light reference to Taylor Swift in "Sympathy As a Knife" by Charlie XCX. People made assumptions, and but there were no words shared between them, like nothing. So this is a little bit of surprise in my mind. But tell me,
honestly,
first of all, too much,
knowing
too
that,
much
and
fighting.
now with the Mean Girl reference, like it all makes sense because like you're just going along
Yeah,
listening to a Taylor Swift album, everything's going great, and then this song happens, and you're like, wait, what's happening? And all of a sudden, it's like kind of mean to me. But why are you so mean to me? You must have a big lesbian crush on me, and that's basically what the
oh
song's
my
about.
God, it's
oh,
totally Mean Girls. Yeah, I read the lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I love it because it's very petty, but it's also about the other person being petty, but it's like the shortest song. It just ends really abruptly right when you think that wow, she's kind of spending too much time on this disagreement.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the song's over and is on to the next one, which is kind of perfect.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
like it. I like that song.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Tell me what your thoughts of the album were.
I mean, overall, very strong. I listened to it a few times today. I just want to like share with the world that it's like almost 9 o'clock in the evening. Gretchen has had plenty of time to listen to this record. She chose not to. This is a choice
Yeah,
that she is making.
I did. This is weird. Okay, I don't know if I just had a crazy week or something, but it never occurred me to listen to it. I was reading about it, and I just was like, "Oh, interesting," and I
You're
just
like, I
kept
didn't
reading.
know.
I
Was
don't
it
know.
because the
Yeah,
anticipation, like, I don't know if you have been reading about it since like the news of this album dropped like in mid-August. Like
Yeah,
have you were so used to reading about it and having like all of the
maybe.
information come into your brain that way that you're like
Yeah. It's like
I'm
it's
not
not
even ready to
available to
listen
me.
to it.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think and now I do need to listen to it, obviously. I don't know what went through my brain. Like when Rachel texted me was like, "Did you listen to it?" I'm like, "Oh my God, no." And I was like watching it with my mom, like, I can't right now. What am I gonna do? I was like, I read about it,
Is
but
the
yeah, so
like all-encompassing omnipresence of Taylor Swift, is it like your subconscious kind of pushing against that and saying, wow, this is like almost
maybe,
too popular
maybe.
and
I do feel,
too
yeah,
it's almost basic?
yeah,
That was my thought
yeah.
today. Well, I did not enjoy it when I first heard it because it played as before I woke up. It was like 7 a.m. and it was blaring,
It
and
was
I was
like
like,
Christmas
"What
morning
is
in our
this?"
house. I went and woke
What
up
is
my
it?
kids with it playing on my phone and I was like, "You guys, it's
That's so
happening."
cute.
And I was
Oh
like, "I
my
hate
God,
all
that's
these
so cute.
songs," but then,
You're
like
like,
as the day went
wait,
on, I
yeah.
listened to it.
You're like, wait, hold
But
on. That's so funny.
I think that I don't know. I think Taylor Swift at this point is like the pumpkin spice latte of music. Like it's everywhere. It comes at this perfect fall time. Like white people love it, and that's okay. And the problem is,
I
if you try to
mean,
criticize it, you just kind of look like a hater because pumpkin spice lattes are good and they're perfect and they're
yeah,
great for the season and it's fine. They're a little
yeah,
basic, but that's okay sometimes. And like she has an entire song about a basic life and having a basketball hoop in her garage or in her driveway and how that's all she
aw,
wants. Like it's great. It's good pop music that reinforces our working class values and
Whoa,
traditional.
whoa.
No, I mean, there's an entire song that's just like, these people want this, and this, but I'm just happy to have a nice little family with two kids with you. And it might be ironic, but it's also half sincere, and sometimes that's okay too.
I think there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, I do think that she's sincere about wanting to have a family. I think
Yeah. You don't have
that
to like put all any kind of political,
I don't think that she's I think you're
subtext or
making it
anything.
political. I don't think Taylor Swift is making it
I'm not
political.
though.
I
I'm just
think
saying, traditional like what is the traditional American thing? Like a
okay,
family with two and a
okay.
half kids, like that's very like,
yeah,
mid-century,
yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
there's
Hmm.
nothing really political about it. It's just culture.
But I think that Taylor Swift is known to have like a traditional streak to her. Like she's, always
For sure.
dressed very femininely. She's always is talking about how she, appreciates having kind of like, it's like silly for the richest woman in America to say this, but to have kind of like
The simple life.
gender essentialist roles in a relationship. Like she digs like a
Yeah,
manly guy, like she's dating the guy on the football team. Like so
yeah, yeah.
that's not a surprise to me that Taylor Swift like wants this like, American dream with like a house and a basketball hoop or whatever. I think it's sincere.
Yeah, just like the pumpkin spice latte.
And the color of this album is orange. I don't know if you knew that, but it fits right in with your pumpkin
It's
spice latte
fall.
theory.
We're gonna go on the fall foliage
I
drive, listening to this along with every other person in America.
I don't disagree with you, Manny. I think that analogy makes a lot of sense because it's delicious. People like it, and if you deny it, people, it's kind of like, well, you're just being a jerk, So it's. I see your point. I think it kind of works. Though Rachel had a really
Like,
visceral reaction to that. She did not like that.
no, but I mean, there's room in all of our tastes for something that's just a straight down the middle
Yes.
putt, that like checks boxes
Okay.
and
Yeah.
is objectively pleasant.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I think that this album is definitely without being basic, like is Taylor Swift like actively trying to write a hit album? Like she worked with the Swedes
Hmm.
because they write hit songs and
Yeah.
I think a lot of the feedback from the previous definitely Tortured Poets and maybe even Midnight's was like,
Stop trying new things.
well, yeah, like they were like, could you just like write some hip hop songs? Like, could you like tighten it up? Basically, like, there were 35 tracks on these albums and like so this album's very tight. It is 12 tracks exactly. The songs are lyrically very dense. She did distill down, I think, what she wanted to say. And I don't think it's a perfect album. I do think that there will be hits on this album because I think Max Martin obviously writes hits.
Mm-hmm.
But the Max Martin of it all on a couple of the tracks is actually bumming me out a little bit.
Oh.
So,
What's your favorite on the album, and then what's your least favorite?
oh boy. Um, that's a loaded question. I actually really like The Fate of Ophelia. I think it's a nice song. It's not what I would have picked for like the first single, but I like it. I think Opalite is a bop. I think we're going to hear it a lot. I think it's going to do very well. I really like Father Figure. I think Father Figure might be my favorite on the album.
There's a song called Father Figure. Oh my God.
There is a song called Father Figure, and I don't know if you noticed this in your reading about Taylor Swift this week, but George Michael is credited as a writer on this song, Father
I
Figure.
didn't read that part. No.
Yeah, his estate released like a statement, said that we were, so honored to be, contacted by Taylor Swift, and we absolutely approved of her interpolating
Wow.
Father Figure by George Michael into
Well,
this
I do love
song.
that
And
song.
that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like it's not quite a cover, but it's a lot closer to a cover with
Okay.
different lyrics.
Yeah, because it's not really a sample. Like you don't really you don't hear you hear the words Father Figure, but you don't really hear the song Father Figure.
Okay.
But it does like the structure of the song is Father Figure, and it does kind of seem like yeah, it's been the lyrics have been changed and also the melody, but somehow it is Father Figure.
Interesting. Okay,
Right?
I gotta look it up.
Closest
I
Taylor
gotta look
Swift
it up.
has ever come to Weird Al Yankovic of just like taking a song and
Oh,
changing the lyrics and making it about something
he
else.
would be a good
Taylor Swift
lyric
is already
author.
catching a lot of strays on this podcast. I don't know if I'm comfortable with
No, I
that.
think she'd be a great Weird Al Yankovic type. Like, that should be her
Because she's
side
just
gig.
musically talented.
Yeah, yeah, that should be her side gig. She loves
I
lyrics. She'd be good at that.
She probably would be. I think Ariana Grande, because she's such a good like
Impressionist.
Mimic.
a mimic, she would be a
Hmm.
much better Weird Al. And then Sabrina Carpenter, because she has like the cleverness of the
Yeah,
lyrics, like
yeah, that's true.
the two of them together,
Yeah,
maybe
they should join
This
a
had a
super
few.
girl group, the three of them, as a Weird Al
just
Yankovic
doing
Yeah.
group.
parody
Yeah,
songs.
I would love that.
Well, I mean, some of these songs, like the lyrics were very, very clever, and there was a lot of innuendo. It sounded like a Sabrina Carpenter song, a couple of them, like Wood,
Would.
right? That's
Okay,
one. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so Would, this is the song that bummed me out. I listened to it a couple of times
Oh my gosh! But is
and
there a better love letter to a dude that you're engaged to than like writing a song full of dick jokes about his penis? Like
Really?
it's,
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's so
you know what?
funny.
Cut that. But yes.
we can't cut it.
Too late.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, so I think the song is very clever. I think the lyrics are very clever. It's very funny. It is, in fact, a song about Travis Kelce's penis, and that's great. No notes.
Wow.
I mean, it's funny. Like
It's very much like in the vein of a Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
Like we're trying to like. I don't know if I ever thought that I would hear Taylor Swift write "dickmatized" as a lyric in one of her songs and then bleep it, but that is
Really?
what happens.
I am
Yeah.
so intrigued. I gotta look this up. I'm so intrigued. I didn't read about this either. How did I miss all this in my reading? All the reading I read was like, she seems kind of bored. Like, oh my God.
Seems kind of bored.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting bored at all. I was getting that she's trying to stretch, I think herself and her boundaries. She's feeling very comfortable in this relationship, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but the thing that bummed me out about this song is that when I closed my eyes and kind of tuned out all those lyrics, what I was hearing was a lot of Max Martin, and then
Mm.
it reminded me of a Maroon 5 song.
it
Oh,
sounded a
okay.
lot like "I Want You Back" by the Jackson Five, which is kind of the
Oh.
best pop song ever written. But I
Yeah.
mean, the
Yeah.
opening and
Yeah, it sounded like the Jackson 5, and then as I was listening to it more, I was like, this, like the bones of this song are a Maroon 5 song. And
Oh.
so that bummed me out. But
but it wasn't like she
Yeah.
was going for high art. It was supposed to be like a fun song.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun and it's funny.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I don't know. Has she ever released like a bigger collection of songs about sex and
there's a lot of sex in a lot of her albums, but it's always very veiled with like
Yeah.
many layers of metaphor and innuendo. This is like right out there in your face.
Hmm.
This is Taylor a la Sabrina Carpenter,
hmm
which
hmm
Yeah.
I think is
Which makes
fun. I
sense.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a question. What does this have to do with Showgirls? Is there anything in the album that was like Showgirl related?
There's
It's funny. It's
one song.
opening and closing. It's really
Okay.
like the first two or three are like
Okay.
Vegas, and then she just completely abandons it, and then there's like the last song's about a showgirl.
Well, so what is giving Vegas to you about the first two or three songs? Because so the first um, three songs are The Fate of Ophelia, which is the
hmm
single,
Hmm.
Elizabeth Taylor, which is like a love song, and Opalite, which is also a love song. But they weren't really giving Vegas to me.
To me, they seemed like she was in character as like a showgirl within the song and within the lyrics, and this was about highs and lows and that kind of thing. Like I could have visualized some kind of music video where Vegas was happening. They talk about
Okay.
how things are opalite, and it seemed glitzy and what she was talking about, and the I don't know, the themes and everything, and even the sound of it was kind of like a pulsing electronic kind of sound. And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
it went into a more traditional Taylor Swift pop area after
Yeah.
Father Figure.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely get like so much like deep Taylor Swift on what is the song? Ruin the Friendship. This is like an old school Taylor Swift song. This is
Oh, that
like
was great.
the
Yeah.
Red era Taylor Swift
It was
song.
like, oh yeah, you can be 35 and still thinking about high school. And I'm like, wow, she gets us.
And
Wow.
yeah, you can. You
Is
truly can.
is high school the most important thing? I was telling you, like someone I knew today ran into their high school like boyfriend, and it was crazy. She was a little mortified. She was just like,
Really? Oh my God.
yeah, because she's a
Yeah.
grown woman with like grown kids and everything,
Yeah.
and this guy was like,
Yeah.
you could see a little spark in his eyes, like, oh man, I remember when we used to date in high school, and like how that
Oh.
was such a huge part.
Yeah.
But didn't you say
Yeah.
that he now has no teeth?
Yeah, that's what she said, but. What are you gonna do?
That's
But I
So,
guess the sentiment is, it's still a magical time in your life that you'll never forget, no matter how old you get.
yes,
Yeah.
this song was kind of sad. It was kind of, I mean, obviously like a mournful, sad,
Hmm.
wistful
Yeah, wistful,
song.
like
Okay.
nostalgic.
Nostalgic. I mean,
Yeah.
the lyrics of the song were very sad,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't really relate to like the high school reminiscing. Maybe I had a
I
different high
guess
school
I don't know.
experience. I don't know.
I,
But
that's like two-thirds of Taylor Swift, so I can
yeah.
see why you're not as big a Swiftie.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
the hook of the song is just always like, oh, I should have kissed you anyway,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
didn't. So
I
like
get it,
everybody's
like,
like, oh yeah,
yeah, I get there's always there's always something you look back and you're like, oh, I should have just gone for it. Or I should have just like done that. So,
Exactly. So
yeah,
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 this might not be an actual reminiscence, but kind of one of our famous Taylor Swift metaphors.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be about someone kissing someone. That's that comes up too. There've been times where I'm like, should have kissed him. Oh well, long gone.
Oh well.
Whatever. Yeah. What are you gonna do? But
Yeah.
Rachel.
Can I spoil the song for you though?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know who it's about?
No, I don't know who it's
Oh,
about, but at the end of the song, she's like, and then, I lost track of this guy and someone called me to tell me that he died.
what? I was mowing the lawn, so I must have missed
Oh
that.
my
Oh my
God.
God. No. So then that was like the end of the song. She was like, it wasn't an invitation, but I flew home anyway. And like, it was just, yeah, it was about like,
Wow.
you really missed your chance because
Because
that guy died.
he's dead and there will be no
He's
second
dead.
chance. Oh God, that's
Yeah.
awful. Oh no.
So cautionary tale for
Cautionary tale for high
the young
schoolers.
people
Yeah.
out there.
That be safe,
Speaking
but
of
go for
cautionary
it.
tale, what did you think of "canceled" in all caps! Exclamation point.
I really like it. I liked our
So you love the
little
venomous Taylor Swift,
the
like,
Reputation era. This was giving
yeah.
Reputation era, and I do love the Reputation
And
era.
she just like throws it in like right when you're not even suspecting it, and then all of a sudden it's just like 2 minutes of just hate that she's been like distilling and pushing down and then just compressing
Oh
into
wow.
like this perfect diamond and then just shoots it out
I mean,
into
that's T Swift, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
and there's a lot of anger on this
it's
album.
it's
There's
But
interesting.
it's all
Yeah.
compartmentalized,
Yeah, it's like
between the
she seems like such a type A person for the amount of anger she has. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gotta be compartmentalized and just like put into
oh yeah.
songs. I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
Because there is absolute like joy on this album also. Like
Okay.
Opalite is a joyful, vulnerable, romantic song. True to like probably Taylor Swift in her like highest form
Wow.
doing that,
Okay.
which is something
Okay.
that like I think she does really, really well is that kind of like vulnerability. And you'll notice because in the songs she'll start to talk about her mom.
Okay.
And this is Opalite has some like mom lyrics
Oh. Okay.
and it's really, really good.
hmm
Um,
and then there's canceled, which is just like I
Eldest
hate you
Daughter
and I'm
is
terrible.
really good.
That's
Eldest Daughter
fire.
is great. I'm like, it's gonna be a wedding song this year, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
a
I gotta
very,
look it
very
up.
sweet song. And then, yeah, so I think we get all of kind of like
The
the
spectrum.
best, the spectrum. And I think that when when Taylor was writing this album, she was on the Eras tour. So she was thinking about every era of her
Okay.
life and every era of her career. And I think that
Yeah.
many of these songs you can see as being like distilled down little versions of an entire era of her
Mm-hmm.
career, which
Mm.
is pretty
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Right? But it's also like, I don't know, it covers like every little section of American life as well. You know what I mean? Just like the highs, the lows, the anger, the joy,
The
and
Wood.
like
Yeah.
would you just send this to aliens to explain like,
You're like, this is
millennial
what things
angst?
are
I
about.
would have
Yeah.
it, yeah, engraved on gold discs or whatever and shot into space. Absolutely.
I'll
Taylor
take
Swift
it.
is the best of us, and the sooner we accept that and just put our full
Or at
resources
least,
behind it, the better.
right? She can just sum it up at least in a tight 12 track little album.
Yes, with Sabrina Carpenter, who I should mention is on the final
Oh.
and title track,
Okay.
Yeah,
The
it's
Life of a
fine.
Showgirl, which is fine. It
I
honestly,
wasn't
it's
like,
fine.
yeah, whatever.
I'm wondering, like, I know this is probably obvious, especially if we're talking about Taylor Swift, but the showgirl, it's more of a metaphor, right? Like she's always on the road. She's kind of trying to like figure things out. That's what it seems like to me. Like Elizabeth Taylor is a celebrity, not necessarily like a showgirl, but someone who puts herself out there, like to be, to be
She was
entertainment, and like,
glittery,
yeah,
always like, sparkly, but also most of her story was also, it was not just her work, but it was all the
yeah,
people she was with, kind of like,
Yes.
yeah. And so it's, she might be thinking of her life right now as her as being a showgirl. And what does that mean, for her, if that's what she felt like on
yeah,
tour or something? I don't know. So it's,
not settling down,
yeah,
just being,
kind of always,
on
Yeah.
the road.
always for public consumption, that kind of thing. Yeah. So,
I think that as
Did you watch
is,
the Pam Anderson movie and then immediately, I mean,
I
it
mean,
only came
maybe.
out
like I
last
said there,
year.
yeah, I know that was very not that long ago. Yeah.
She might have been thinking Pam
Or
Anderson
showgirls. Who knows?
or Showgirls.
Yeah.
I have to say that I think that like this is another thing that has plagued Taylor Swift is that sometimes like she will try to like squish what she wants to say into a metaphor and it's not quite right.
Yeah.
And I think that like showgirl is the wrong word
Hmm.
for what like showgirl is like you think of something and it is like what the photos and like the album art are giving like with the
Yeah.
feathered headdress and the like rhinestone outfits.
But
Yeah.
even that's from like the 1970s.
But yeah, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand what it is about a showgirl that she relates to, except for like the being on stage a lot. Because
hmm
showgirls, they're in one spot. They don't travel around. They don't have a lot of agency. They don't like run their own companies. They don't really create their own art. They kind of like are just basically there for you to look at. Like you're not really engaging with them in any kind of real way.
I love it.
Um,
Yeah, I wonder
That's
if
her
she
greatest
felt
fear.
that way. Yeah, I wonder if she felt that way
Yeah.
at some point. And also in the cover, on the cover, she's like in water, like in the bath too. So she's like washing off the makeup, washing off like the stuff
yes.
that's keeping her there. So it's like a constant kind of like push and
This
pull.
is I'm about ready to have kids and get married
That's what I said. I was like, it's a good thing
album.
that she took these pictures now because she's never
Mm,
been hotter, and she's if she has some kids, she's never going to be this hot
that's what
again.
I
I'm so
thought.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
So that's what I thought when, because I know when Beyonce did her, I think it was Beyonce album, someone said, yeah, these videos are like really kind of like, you know, raunchy or something. She's like, well, I worked really hard for my body and I wanted to record it right now. So, and I feel like that's what,
And she
yeah,
was right.
yeah, and that's,
And I mean,
yeah,
she's still hot,
I,
but like after having children, like you can, things are different.
yeah,
Things are different.
yeah. Taylor Swift was like, I'm gonna do it now. Like she's like, I'm 35 or whatever, 34, and I've done it, you know. So,
Yeah, no, we're not getting any younger. This is a real thing.
yeah,
So I really respect that. And
totally, totally.
I do feel bad that like the showgirl is the thing that she's feeling like she relates to because I feel like yeah,
More
like
one
that's
dimensional than she is for sure. Yeah.
yeah, she's really selling herself short, you know? I
Hmm.
think
I mean, it might be
she's so
cynicism.
many things.
I
She's a
might be
mogul.
cynicism.
She's like
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I think maybe she just. I mean, I imagine I've never been on tour, I've never done that kind of thing, but doing that over and over for so many people in the same outfits that are very rhinestoney every night, you might start feeling that way, like you're not
Right.
really like, yeah.
okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trotting it out again.
Yeah,
It's the same song, and you feel stuck.
yeah,
And it seemed like that in the last song, right? It was kind of like this life that doesn't seem as great as it seems when she's on stage because there's the rest of her life after that. And
yeah.
was it worth it spending all that time on stage and trying to be famous
Hey, look,
I
and
mean,
all the
not
things she lost?
trying to be famous. I don't think that that's what that final song was giving me at all. I think that it was giving me like real triumphant vibes. Like she and Sabrina Carpenter are like, you can wait for us to die so that you can be the next showgirls, but it's never gonna happen because we're immortal. So
see, and
Oh,
that
I
makes
got
sense to
more like
me.
cautionary tale.
Interesting.
I think it was trying to give cautionary tale, but then they were like, I don't care. I have surpassed that
Mm,
showgirlness. I am now immortal. Like they're
interesting.
among the firmament of like, I mean maybe not Sabrina, but definitely Taylor. And maybe Sabrina someday.
Sabrina is not far. I feel like people respect her, but also she was her touring mate for a while, so that makes sense that they might be.
But so were a lot of people,
Yeah.
including Olivia Rodrigo.
Wait,
So
Olivia Rodrigo toured with during eras?
no, not during
No.
air. But
Like
like,
right
isn't that
before.
why they have a rift? Because like Olivia was her opener, and then like something
Yeah,
happened.
I know they were ripped. I don't know why, but I just know like during
I don't
eras.
know why either. I
Yeah,
honestly can't keep track.
I just know
It's like
during
she gains
eras. Yeah,
3 friends and 5 enemies every
yeah.
album.
That's just so confusing.
That's my only other like small beef is like why all the beef? Like why all the drama? I don't know. Like
Yeah, Cardi B and like Nicki Minaj apparently are really at each
yeah.
other's throats right now, and I wonder if it's just because of Taylor Swift's album coming out, and they're
And they're like, you have to have a lot of beef to make a lot of money.
or
Yeah.
to just get some headlines, stay relevant.
Now, I think that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, that beef makes sense because what they do is so similar
Overlaps a lot. Yeah.
that I think that, yeah, like I can see kind of like when Taylor Swift and Katy Perry were both coming up and they ended up having beef over like literally over dancers. This is the only beef that ever has made sense to me in my entire life. Is that like Katy hired some of Taylor's dancers out from under her and then they had beef. I was like, wow, that's like a business thing that actually makes sense for you guys to be fighting about. But like all of
Yeah.
these other like conflicts, I truly don't
Yeah, like
understand.
I don't get it. Like I'm the same age as Taylor Swift. We were born the same year. She's like a couple young months younger than me. But like I mean, I know I don't know as many people. I know I'm not in the drama ether in terms of like performers, and performers I know feel their feelings very deeply. I get it. But I do not have beef with anyone like this. Like,
You don't have beef with anyone.
no, there are people who I like don't want to see on the street, but there's no one that I like sit and like I'm gonna write a poem or like a story about how much I hate them. Like there's so that makes people
That's
I don't
true.
yeah, like there's people
And
who
I think
just
that
leave,
Taylor Swift is like I know she's being tongue in cheek
yeah.
about this, but Actually Romantic is the funniest song because she has spent so many hours writing songs and poetry about people that she dislikes and
Yeah.
then is casting aspersions at
Yeah.
somebody for doing that
I
thing
know. Yeah,
exactly
that's
that
my
she
only
did.
thing. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, it's just that like people come at her because she's at the top, or is she dramatic? She messy? Like, I don't know. I'm just curious. I'd love to be a fly on the
She
wall.
definitely used to be. I feel like, well, but also like very defensive. Like when you
Yes, she's just defensive. Yeah, yeah.
have like such a meteoric rise to the top of the ladder, you have to protect that position and you have to do it really fiercely, I guess.
Apparently.
Is it one of the most constructive ways to handle that sort of things? I mean,
Is
she
it
turns
making
it into
her
content.
all the money? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think the messier the better.
She's
Like, go
making
off,
money
Taylor.
off of it. Yeah, she's making money off of it, and like, and people say, like, people would say, why you write about all your relationships? And she's like, if they don't want to be written about, don't be a shitty person, and like, if that's her job, then yeah, don't be shitty. But I don't really get
Right? All
the.
those obscure, nice people in her life just living
Yeah, they
in.
never got songs written about them.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't get it. Like from my point of view as a person the same age, I'm like, I don't have anyone that I beef with that much that I'm so full of anger about that I write a poem to get that anger out. Though there have been
But
moments,
like, have
perhaps.
people treated you as badly as we have come to believe that these people have treated Taylor?
I think so. I don't know. I think there have been some pretty shitty moments, and I still like. Yes, there were times where I probably wrote poems angrily on my note app, but like hours and hours, and then going back and producing
Just put them to
them.
four chords,
It,
Gretchen.
I know it just
See
feels
what
like a
happens.
lot. Like I put it down, and, like not read it again. It just feels like a lot. But does
But like,
again, I don't
maybe
know
this
what's
is a
going on.
job half finished.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
I'm
in
like
order to
Taylor Swift. Yeah,
really
yeah,
feel the satisfaction of it, you have to
yeah.
then monetize all that effort. Otherwise, it is just like
Lemonade.
impotent anger.
Right. I might be doing it wrong. I am just curious. It just makes it like perks my ears up. Like, what's going on? But
It seems
maybe
like you are curious because this might be a tactic that you might want to try.
okay. You know what? I'll reassess. I think I might try to. I'll open my notes app. I'll try to form some of these angry poems that I wrote 3, 4, 5 years ago and make them into something.
But if not revisiting them helps maintain your inner peace, then by all means, don't
No,
change what
that's
you're
true.
doing. You
Chase
seem
your
like a
peace.
pretty happy
Chase your
person.
peace.
We're going to monetize everything.
I'm just saying, it could be a nice, if you have all these slights against you, it could be a nice little
Yeah,
side
I just
hustle.
don't feel slighted right now, but that's just me. Maybe I have an uninteresting life. I don't know. Maybe you want to feel slighted because people want
I
to
don't
do.
think so.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that like these are manufactured slights. I think that this
No,
is
yeah.
just how Taylor deals with her shit.
No, I believe it. I'm just like it just like makes me be like, huh. So, but again,
Well, she's just really lucky. Not everybody
Is a really good
is a
songwriter.
great
yeah.
songwriter.
Other people just, get really mad on Twitter and
That's
like
true.
nothing
That's
happens.
true. Yeah, you're right. People do get mad in other ways, and this is probably, like as you said, one of the better ways to get mad because you make money off of it. So
And you
express
make
your
people
anger.
happy.
Yeah, people relate
So
to
I think
it.
that
Yeah,
it's really good. I think it's really good.
yeah. So I think, in conclusion, what do you want to say about Life of the Showgirl? Like, is there like a 3-word thing you want to say to like sum it up?
A 3-word. What is your 3-word assessment?
Live, laugh, love.
Oh no. All right. So I don't think it's basic. I think that even though I literally, like, my stomach literally turned when I had that thought about Maroon 5, I still will recommend this album. Will
Okay.
recommend this album forwards.
Okay.
Um,
Now I'm gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna do, I think, another deep dive. Manny, you're welcome to join again. We might get our like resident Swiftie on.
we need an
Yeah.
actual Swiftie. I'm so like I'm only aware of Taylor from like the stuff that absolutely like spikes the dial in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
crossing over into the monoculture, but there's such it's like an iceberg. Like my
Mm-hmm.
knowledge is just what's like poking out over
Yeah.
the surface, and like Taylor Swift lore and everything is
Mm-hmm.
so deep. So we need someone who is really kind of like steeped in that to help us mine
Yeah.
all of the Easter eggs and like all of the
Mhm.
numerology and all of that that's in this album.
Oh my
So we're
God.
hoping to have a resident Swiftie on our maybe not next episode, but soon. We
Yeah.
will do a
Yeah.
deep
We need to
dive.
schedule with her, but yeah.
But I don't know. As a layman on the surface, it's great. It's got quality pop music. They're all bops.
That's
Well,
honestly, that's a
almost
good,
all bops.
I'm glad that you're saying that, because sometimes I wonder, do people, I haven't listened to like a lot of her music. I know some of it, and I like some, what often I like what I hear, but I'm just so not deep into it. Like I get weird. I'm like, I don't know where to start. But I also wonder, like,
There's so much of it.
there's
This is her
so
12th
much.
studio
It's
album.
insane. And I also think like, oh, do people just like it because people just love Taylor Swift? But like knowing that you don't like, you're not as Swifty, so to speak, but you like it, it's good. That's good to know. That's like a really good like thing for me to hear and like get me excited about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like extremely good, well-made pop
Yeah.
music. All of these songs, like
Yeah.
not a single song that I would skip. Um,
I'm gonna listen and I will keep all of my reading, try to compartmentalize my reading and put it in a corner of my head. Yeah.
yes, no, I want to hear your like kind of like raw thoughts when you do
Yeah.
listen to it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll live tweet it in my to you guys.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah, it's a real Rorschach test. Like I like the ones that sounded like Jackson 5 or really good pop hits, and you love the Venom.
I liked the stuff that sounded like Taylor Swift.
There you
There,
go.
there you go. Yeah.
I was
She
hoping
contains multitudes. I
from
mean,
because she has worked with Max Martin before. This is like the other thing is that like she's worked with Max Martin before, and we got out of that a lot of what I think is Taylor Swift's signature sound. But the songs that were like pop music-y or on this album didn't sound like Taylor Swift songs. They just sounded like generic pop songs with Taylor Swift lyrics.
Interesting. Okay.
So like, yeah, I don't think it was a perfect album, but I think it was really, really good.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna report back. We're gonna have a deeper dive later with some Swifties. I think Manny, you're welcome to join again. I would love to hear more as you process, and or you just make this a
sure.
one-off and you come back for Halloween, and we'll do
I'm
a scary movie episode. I don't know. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I mean, we have so
so
many things to talk about.
about.
So since our last recording, so many things have happened, including Paris Fashion
Yeah.
Week.
Hmm.
So we will cover that on our next episode, and several trailers for movies that we are highly anticipating have come out. So to give a little bit of homework to anybody listening, we want to cover trailers for The Bride, definitely, for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein,
Yes.
and for Pillion.
Oh, I don't know
Pillion?
one. I haven't looked at that one yet. I gotta watch that. Okay.
That is the Alexander
Oh, of course.
Skarsgård
Yes.
biker romance.
S&M type thing. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the S&M biker
Okay.
romance comedy.
I also read a lot about that one, but I haven't watched it. So I need to stop reading about things before I experience them.
You just need to watch them. You just need to go.
And
Like, trust
ironically, I'm not
your
reading
instincts.
Frankenstein. I'm listening to it on audiobook. So I need to read the right things and listen to the right
Whoa.
things. I know. What's going on with me? I don't know.
What is going on?
I need to go to sleep. All right. I'm so glad we got to talk about Taylor Swift. I'm so glad Manny joined us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to listen to it and give you my raw feedback, and maybe we'll record it. I'll do some recordings for our shorts or something. So,
Yay!
yeah. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the
Yeah.
Sofa Light couch,
Yes.
the
Thank
light
you.
sofa.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to our couch.
Thank you for joining our couch. Yeah. All right.
We'll
Everyone.
see you soon.
Bye.